To the studio, September Mourning. Good morning, September.
Good morning.
It is great to have you in. You're a singer. You're in a band.
Really? Thank you.
You are. You're
Yes.
a comic book. I don't know, character. Can you explain to me start me from step one for everybody.
Okay.
What is September Mourning all about? By the way, because people are going to Google it, it's MOURNING, September
Yes,
Mourning.
like mourning,
Yeah.
like somebody mourning.
Yeah.
September Mourning is an art project.
Okay.
So it's a combination of music and comics and videos and posters and live action and all this sort of stuff to tell a story. And it all comes together and accumulates and tells a story. And should I explain the story?
I would like for you to, because
Okay.
I love stories.
Okay.
And I want to find out what your story is all about. And where does it start? In the music, in the comic book? Where does the story start?
The story started, I came up with this idea, this crazy idea to do something that was more than a band, because there was, with the times changing, with, music changing and online and internet and downloads and streaming and all this stuff, like I thought it would be cool to have something that was just beyond the music, Of course, the music is important. It's the backbone of the project, and it tells a story in its own way. But I thought it would be really cool to wrap it up in this really cool package of like other things. So Mark Silvestri and I created this comic book character called September Mourning. And September Mourning was once human, and her soul was marked by fate to be taken by a reaper named Riven.
Okay, let me back up here for a second. Is fate like a personification of fate?
Yes.
Not by fate, the idea of fate, but you're talking about
exactly.
this is a character,
yes,
fate. Okay.
Fate is the character, is personified, big evil fate. And so she is, marked to be taken.
What's a reaper?
A reaper, they collect souls for fate.
So like a grim reaper,
Like a
except
Grim
there's more than
Reaper,
one.
yeah.
Okay,
we
gotcha.
We don't say Grim Reaper because, that just kind of like, when you hear that term, everybody hears they picture it, they see a scythe and stuff like that. And we wanted to do something that was a little bit beyond just the normal look of that.
We can guess that the Reapers are not happy, so they're probably pretty grim anyway, even though you don't say that.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, they're just kind of like monotone. They're they're
kind of
not
doing a job.
Yeah, they're just doing their job. Like it's like you're here, you're hosting your radio station. They have to go collect souls.
They've got to collect souls. So now explain
So-
to me what happened to September Mourning. She was human.
Okay, she was
marked
human.
by fate.
Yes, marked by fate. So Riven, one of the main Reapers, comes down to take her soul, and he falls in love with her, which has never happened before, in the whole history of time.
A Reaper has never fallen in love with a human.
No, never. They just do their job, and then they're done. So instead of taking her, he decides to give her this gift of eternal life by separating powers that he has bestowed on him from fate.
Let me interrupt you. Is that a no-no? That sounds like that might be a big no-no.
Yeah, that's a huge no-no.
And he's going to get on somebody's
wrong
wrong side, right?
That's messing with fate, like pretty hardcore.
Understood.
So,
go ahead.
So that's defying fate. So he does this, and he splits his soul and gives her these powers, and she becomes this human Reaper hybrid, which has never happened before either. And because of her humanity, and because of, how he made her, she has the power to give life and also to take life, which is very important because that means that she can swap souls, which means that if she finds somebody that is meant to be taken, is marked to be taken, and she thinks that they have stuff that they need to do in life and they haven't, had their purpose hasn't been fulfilled, she can swap that soul with somebody else that's supposed to be taken and put them in somebody else's body.
Wait a minute. So let's say there was somebody who did great work.
Mm-hmm.
They had
Say Prince.
Prince. And instead of taking Prince, I don't want to listen. I don't want to get political here, but let's say there was a political candidate that maybe you didn't think was such an awesome person, and maybe take their soul and put it in, so it would actually
Trump.
be.
Just kidding. I didn't say that.
September.
Okay.
So it wouldn't have been Prince that died, but then all of a sudden.
Well, okay. Here, let me make the analogy. Ready?
Yeah,
Okay. Here we go. So. You got Prince, right? And nobody wants to see Prince die, right? Because
Nobody.
That was super sad.
Everybody loves Prince.
Everybody loves Prince. So she loves Prince too, right?
Yep.
So she takes Prince's soul because he's marked to die. Like fate's like, you have to take this soul. So she takes the soul and she kind of harbors it in this place called Mourning, in this hotel sanctuary that she kind of hides out in when she's up in Mourning.
Is that in some kind of netherworld? Is that in our plane of existence?
It's kind of a separate world from our world of the living.
Gotcha.
It's kind of the world of the dead, okay? Sure. So she hides his soul up there until she can find a body that she can swap him into. And then she takes Prince's soul and puts it into somebody else's body.
Oh, so that would be like Prince, but can you imagine him performing as Trump?
No.